in the first round and it went very well. At the moment, everyone thinks I'll take first place. We'll see. 26th of March. You can't imagine what a sea of tears and dashed hopes this competition is for most of the participants. Yesterday I was so nervous I almost gave up. I decided to announce my retirement. But all those foolish thoughts vanished the moment I went out on stage. I never would have dreamed I could play with so much intensity and technical brilliance. Hooray, Tamarashka, I've won first prize. My legs were shaking when we were lined up on stage. I awaited the decision with my hands clasped tightly together. When I heard my name, there was a resounding ovation. I thought I'd pass out. Thanks to this success, I now have as many engagements in as many countries as I want, and I've been admitted to the family of the world's greatest artists. But the main thing is, you and I can finally live in peace, without worrying about tomorrow. Izvestia, 2nd of April 1937. The Soviet violin school has triumphed at the International Violin Competition in Brussels. From the very first minute, we all had the feeling that our great Soviet Union was closely following our performances, and that each of our achievements would cheer the hearts of every worker back home. Unlike the Western competitors, the Soviets were not nervous because they were sure of winning. The thoughtfulness of our great country's party and government enabled our talents to bloom. 6th of April, 1937. The 50,000 franc prize is in my pocket. What shall I do with it? I've bought you a beautiful coat, fabric, shoes and stockings. For 25,000 francs I could buy a fantastic 37 Ford with a radio and heater. We can also purchase a 2-room flat and furniture in Moscow. We just have to work out how to make the best of the situation. The ambassador promised me he'd obtain permission from Moscow for you to come here with me for the concerts this autumn. If you come, we'll still have money to spend together. 15th of April. I've just attended a recital by Kreisler for the first time. Fantastic. For that alone, it was worth coming. My concert yesterday was fabulous. It was so crowded, a number of people had to be seated on stage. I had to play 6 encores and sign hundreds of autographs. They literally tore the buttons off my coat at the stage door. The next concerts, the 16th in Liège, recordings in Paris on the 18th and 19th, and the 23rd in Antwerp and 25th in Amsterdam. Then I'm going to the embassy in Berlin to play Mendelssohn's concerto, which has been banned by the Germans.
Этот конкурс открыл двери во все, так сказать, все большие международные концертные эстрады. И он получил приглашение во многие-многие страны. Ну, тогда он немногие еще мог посетить, учитывая, так сказать, определенную эпоху в 1937 году. Во время войны музыканты были, все были эвакуированы в другие города из Москвы. Отец оставался в Москве и работал в Московской консерватории, и играл, давал концерты, и не только в Москве, и не только в военных частях он играл.
Leningrad, February 1943. My little Igor. It took me several days and a flight above enemy lines to reach Leningrad. For a year and a half, the city has been under siege by the Nazis. They're trying to starve and freeze the population to death.
Самолеты летели через Онежское озеро, над озером. На бреющий полет, вы знаете, это совсем низкий такой полет, для того, чтобы не было видно.
Boys of your age are performing miracles of bravery in the resistance. Yesterday I played at the Philharmonic. The hall was crowded with people in coats because of the cold. I'm amazed that in grim Leningrad, where the enemy is at the gates, people are still listening to music in spite of inhuman conditions. Tchaikovsky's music was floating over the hall like a song of coming victory. I was in the middle of playing when the air raid siren sounded. No one blinked an eye, and I played the concerto to the end. Pravda, March 1943. Dear Comrade Joseph Stalin, I am deeply moved to have been awarded the prize that bears your name and touched by the party's and the government's thoughtfulness. I am contributing the 100,000 ruble prize to the Special Red Army Fund. David Oystrach. To Comrade David Oystrach, Artist Emeritus of the Federated Soviet Socialist Republic of Russia, I thank you in the name of the Red Army, Joseph Stalin.
Он не мог пройти мимо тех проблем, которые чувствовал каждый, кто жил в сталинском государстве. Безусловно. И, конечно, в первую очередь следует сказать, как мне кажется, о членстве в партии. Я не думаю, что для него это было так просто. Я думаю, что это было необходимо. Более того, я убежден, что он вступил в партию только для того, чтобы выжить.
I recommend that Comrade Grigoriev, who is devoted to the great idea of the building of communism, be admitted to the